out of jail. Quit playing with us.
For the average immigrant business owner, it makes it hard for the average Black business owner because it does create this cloud of suspicion.
She went from 65,000 net worth that she was reporting on her congressional disclosures to reporting over 30 million in net worth in just a few years. And guess what? Now she comes out and says, that was a mistake on our disclosures. I just took a quick look at it and missed it. You know, not only should her accountant be fired, but that girl should be fired, and she does not deserve to be in Congress.
Look, if you've ever been out shooting without a suppressor, you already know. It's loud, it's harsh, and over time, it beats up your ears. I went through Suppressor Shop to get my first suppressor, and I'm telling you right now, I'm never going back. The process was way easier than I thought. You pick whatever you want, set up your profile, sign a couple forms, and they'll help you handle the rest. That's it. And when I actually got out there and started putting a couple rounds through it, it's a total game changer. Smooth, controlled, just a better experience overall. As somebody who spent years in law enforcement, I honestly wish I had done this a long time ago. And right now, the $200 government tax stamp is gone. $0. So if you've been waiting or thinking about it, there's no more excuses to wait now. And I love this part. It's my favorite part. If you're military, law enforcement, a veteran, or first responder, they've got the Sound Off program with exclusive pricing just for you. Go look up Suppressor Shop Sound Off and get signed up today. Shooting suppress just makes you better. This is Ilhan Omar being deceptive about the money she's making. Dude, there's a difference between a clerical issue where you have a little bit of money here, a little bit of money here. We had an issue like that. It was really with paying taxes. We were gonna pay way too much taxes. We like, oh no, something ain't right here. But it's not the difference between 40,000 and 30 million. That's you know she lying. Roll the clip.
So I have a question for you. Have you ever accidentally thought that you were a multimillionaire? Well, Ilhan Omar says she is not a multimillionaire. And look at this headline from the Wall Street Journal. She thought she was, though. Omar was standing down. Look at this headline. Ilhan Omar says she isn't a multimillionaire, blames accounting error. Okay, so an accounting error led her to believe she was very wealthy. Well, Omar was staring down a potential investigation after disclosing that she and her husband's assets were valued between $6 million and $30 million on a financial disclosure form. Now listen to this. That was an astronomical increase in wealth from her last disclosure, but she has since amended her filing, now saying that her assets are valued between $18,004 to $95,000. So 6 to 30 million to under 100,000. How in the world does that happen? Well, according to the Wall Street Journal, quote, aides said that Omar looked at the form before it was filed in 2025, but that the error did not jump off the page for her because she isn't involved with her husband's businesses. Okay, wow.
Now, I'm going to play the next clip of Ilhan Omar on the Breakfast Club, but bro, I'm telling you, I do this, right? I have an accountant. I have CPA. We go through the finances. There's no way in the world that you accidentally figure you're worth $6 to $30 million and you ain't even worth $500,000. It didn't happen that way. I'm telling you guys. Roll the clip.
They said you reported a net worth between $6 million and $30 million, and they said your 2023 disclosure was roughly $40,000. Between $40,000 and $250,000.
Yeah, but they're not net worths. They're like the asset things for the companies, and so I don't know what percentage of it my husband actually has investment in. Like that's not, you know what I mean? It's not a full picture of the numbers in the way that it is presented in the document, because in the documents we have to do ranges and we have to like report in a way that is not detailed. It's not like your tax return that you're submitting for the public record to see.
But that is a big increase, though. So you could understand why people would ask questions.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it'll get like adjusted at some level when those ranges are looked at.
Like, can y'all put this together? Like, she got on a Breakfast Club. And then this funny thing is that I bet you $1 million that Charlemagne didn't really go deeper into this. Like, well, wait a minute. Can you explain that? Think about this for a minute. My wife, we file our taxes jointly, right? We're a married couple, so we do joint filings. if somehow I had equity in a business and we had to fill out a form, I'm pretty sure nobody would accidentally say 6 million or 30 million. Unless you know you have assets in this business that they have been, I don't know, valuated at $100 million and you own 30%. Yeah, of course, you may have to put that range there. But if you have equity in a company that have not been valuated yet, and there's no determination of your asset number, how much assets you own on paper, why would you guess that it's 30 million or 6 million? You just don't put that on your taxes. You don't put that on your filings because it has not manifested. That's like, I own a couple companies. That's like one of my companies that I own, and I have to fill out a form of my net worth. And I go, 500 million. Where do you get that number from? You have to have an actual valuation in the company for you to determine what the net worth of the company is. You can't say, because I think this company one day will be worth $500 million. And I'm just going to presume. Because what happens is these people begin to presume, they begin to use these documents to get loans. And either you're lying on a document and you don't have that net worth, or that is your net worth and you're using it to get loans. So you have to have documentation and filings. And now that you got caught, you have to backtrack and say, oh, no. That $6 to $30 million was just an accident. We accidentally evaluated a company that wasn't real, or whatever you could say. None of it makes sense. All of it is fraud. And how these Democrats, I don't care if you're a Democrat now, I don't care who you are. How does these fraudulent people not get investigated and go to jail over this stuff is crazy to me. Somebody needs to ask her, how did you go from that number to this number and back down to that number? Matter of fact, your accountant need to go to jail. Somebody needs to go to jail. Somebody need to get fired. But I'm telling you guys, if there was a issue that occurred with your boy B. Tatum, and it was a financial issue like this, why won't you just tell the truth? Like if I had an accounting issue and it was like, oh, it's a clerical issue, I can explain very clearly, like, oh, this is what happened. The attorney did this and it wasn't supposed to be this. They totally looked at gross income instead of looking at net income. And that's how the number got inflated. It's definitely not that number. That's so easy to explain if you genuinely had something that was off a little bit and there was a mistake. What's hard to explain is that when you're lying and you try to act like, I don't know what my husband's business dealings is. You never asked your husband how y'all became multimillionaires? Bro, if I had a $30 million net worth, which I don't yet, but if I had a $30 million net worth, I'm pretty sure my wife would know what company gave us a $30 million net worth. She would know all about it because I'd be talking to her every day. Baby, you can't believe it. The company valuated at $100 million. I own 30%. That's $30 million. Baby, in 5 years, we're going to sell this company and it's going to be valuated at 10X. We're worth $300 million. You think my wife ain't going to know that? She going to be like, I don't know. It's just something in Brandon's business. I don't know what this is. 40,000 or 30 million, and you have no idea what possibly a business that I might have. Take her to jail. Quit playing with us. She needs to go to jail.